Good morning and up and at 'em. It's DT here with yet another video for you. So as you may or may not know, my wife is actually from Okinawa, and they have the best beaches in all of Japan. We have been looking for a really nice one in mainland Japan so that we don't have to fly all the way out there to enjoy the beaches that we love. Now we heard about one on the Izu Peninsula called Shirahama Beach. So basically today we will be traveling from one peninsula to another, but in a Tesla Model X. I want to show you some things you may or may not know about these wonderful electric cars, how to do long distance traveling in one, and a little something extra. So let's drive through the countryside, see what we can see, and enjoy the beach. And also, when you have time, tap that subscribe and like button if you haven't already. Thank you very much appreciated. Obrigada y muchas gracias, mi amigos. Man, we didn't eat anything for breakfast and got to feed the kitties. Y'all want something? Hey, but seriously, don't you hate it when you're at the drive-thru and you say something in Japanese and they don't understand? And then when you're with your wife or your friend that's Japanese, they say the exact same thing you said. And then the person at the window's like, okay, wakarimashita. That drives me up a wall. It happens to me all the time. I'm like, chocolate, and then my wife says chocolate, and they go, chocolate. I'm like, yo, what did I just say? So if you don't have anyone with you and you're trying to order something and they ask you to drive up to the window, it'll sound something like this: Madoguchi made okoshi kudasai, or Madoguchi made onegai shimasu. Basically, if you hear the word mado, means window. So they're asking you to come to the window. So that's how you know you're being requested to come to the window. Now, if you want to be preemptive and request to order at the window as soon as you roll up, Mado de oda ii desu ka? Or Mai de oda ii desu ka? Mai is forward, or Mado, window. You're asking if you can order at the window. The key takeaway from this is manipulate that word Mado, meaning window. They'll understand what you're trying to say. First, we woke up early so that we can get there around 11:30, 12 p.m. when the sun is full out, and in hopes to get a good spot on the beach. It's our first time going here, so we just know it should be packed because it's one of the best beaches on the Izu Peninsula. There are several others, but this one is right at the tip of the peninsula. And speaking of tips, another tip for you: if you ever plan on owning a Tesla or any electric vehicle and want to travel somewhere far, charge your car to the max or trip level before leaving your house. On a Tesla, you can do this either via the app or the large central console in your car. If you're driving a Model 3, it's not so big, but it can get the job done all the same. Don't have a car but still want to get there? That's cool. You can. There's a line called the Odoriko line. Odoriko, oh, Odoriko, oh. Owned by Japan Regional Railways, followed by a bus that can get you very close. So this is a Model X, yes. It has Falcon doors, yes, and they are equipped with sensors and cameras that will allow for the opening of the doors in super tight spaces. One thing you should know about the doors though is that if they sense a ceiling above them that's too low, they won't open all the way, so you have to override it, and then they will open full out 100%. I found that if I'm in a Japanese parking garage, the clearance is about 8 feet high, and so the doors won't open all the way, so I have to override the doors via the console. We bought this car out of necessity because we have a lot of kids and I was tired of paying for gas. You can charge this at your home via many means. I go over that in another video on my channel. Today we will be stopping at a supercharger in Gotenma, also in Shizuoka Prefecture, which by the way is one of the larger prefectures in Japan. I remember actually driving through it to get to Osaka one time like, are we still in Shizuoka? Really? Come on. Now we're currently on Yoko Expressway and we will continue west to heading to Gotemba. I really cannot wait to get to this beach, but we are all so tired, and I promised the wife and kids that we'd go after talking about it for 2 weeks, but it was raining a lot and now the sun is out. It's time to get out there. Traffic. God, I woke up early for this. So let's talk about Shirahama Beach real quick. First off, I have heard of Izu just from being here for so long, but there has been so much misinformation that it caused me not to go or even look into it. I was told Izu was an island. It is not. That's the biggest thing that stopped me from going. There are a group of islands off the eastern tip of it. Yes, that's true. And currently they are called the Izu Islands. Yes, that's also true. But Izu itself is a peninsula lined with lots of gorgeous beaches and spas. And Shizuoka, the prefecture it's in, is known for its teas. So Shirahama translates loosely to White Beach. There is also a beach in Wakayama prefecture called Shirahama, and it got its white sand from Australia after the beach took on heavy damage from extreme weather over the course of time, and that sand was replaced several decades ago. It's unclear whether or not this beach in Izu got its sand from Australia because no one has officially stated that it did. However, with the water looking the way it does, it's hard to imagine any other type of sand was there to begin with. And before you get into your car, take my advice and at least bring a tent. It doesn't have to be big, but bring one and bring a picnic blanket to protect you from that hot sand. And some fold-out camping chairs too if you have them. You can bring snacks, you can eat on the beach, you can drink alcohol, and listen to music at a reasonable volume. Much better. So we're heading towards the Nagoya entrance, not driving all the way out there this time, maybe another day. So I'll be doing autopilot sometimes because it is a hump to get there, to give my feet a rest. And so as long as you have a destination lined up in the navigation system, the Tesla will navigate to it via autopilot. It will also stop when it detects an imminent collision. To enable it, you have to pull the steering wheel stalk that's underneath the light stalk towards you twice. Then as long as your cameras are unobstructed, meaning they aren't dirty, it will autopilot and you will get the noise indicating that the car is taking over. Look, ma, no hands. Though it wants you to keep your hands on the wheel, so just let it feel the weight of your hand is enough. I like it for straightaways myself. I don't do it on turns so much, but let's see what I can get away with this trip. All nice, so here we are in Gotemba. And here's the supercharger. Oh, I'm calling Elon. Boop, 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 boop. Hey DT, what's up, player? Wanna hang out? Nah, man, I can't today, but listen, man, here. There is a guy here at the Gotemba supercharger station with a non-Tesla car. Ah, heck to the nah, man. What we're gonna do about that? I was personally thinking we could shoot his car into orbit so your roadster can have some company out there. DT, you crazy. Let's do it, man. Let's show these fools what time it is. Yeah, buddy. So let me show you future Model X owner something. I did a video about how to register your car in Japan at the LTO. So when you're at the LTO, one of the steps we talked about is having them check the chassis of your vehicle for the VIN number. Yes, the chassis number can also be found on a screen of the windshield of most newer vehicles. We all know this, but the LTO does not care. It has to be on the chassis or you're not getting your new JCI sticker. Believe. So this is where it is on the Model X. Just pop this off and bam. Nah, I'm not going to show you mine, but it is there. Also, when charging at a supercharging station, back all the way up to the stopper because the cord of the supercharger is a fixed length, just enough to reach your charge port. It'll turn blue, then wait for it to turn green, and bam, you're good. Now this is for you Tesla haters out there. I ain't paying nothing. I ain't paying nothing. Currently, charging in Japan is free. However, if you are fully charged and just idling, say you left your car there and you're going shopping, maybe eating for hours on end after it's already been charged, then they will charge your Tesla account. How? Well, when you're all done registering your Tesla through your state, province, or prefecture, or whatever country you're in, you then have to register with the company through their website with their appropriate documents, i.e. your driver's license and car title. Then you can gain access to the app to control the car and all of these other cool controls, and you will also enter a payment method, and they keep that on file. I haven't had to pay for a charge yet in Japan, and I own 2 Teslas. So honestly, we could have made it all the way to the beach and to the supercharger on the way back in one charge, but why risk it? I have kids in the back, and we literally have to pass the supercharger to get to the beach anyway, so it's common sense to stop for free energy. So plan ahead when driving electric vehicles. Want to hear a funny story? I get asked, what do you do if you run out of power? You know what I say? I say pray, because it almost happened to me. So a year before this taping, we actually went out to the countryside. We didn't plan on it, just jumped in and went out. It was an impulse drive. We were going to charge at get this, a destination charger. Remember that phrase. These are basically wall chargers, not Tesla superchargers like this one. They can be owned by either a resort, a hotel, a golf course, whatever. So we come upon this destination charger thinking it will be all good. It wasn't. The electrons were not flowing to the car, and we didn't have time to figure out why or care. So we made it to Takasaki and Gunma Prefecture just barely, and I had to drive on the expressway with trucks all around me on a low charge about 40 kilometers away, just driving as slow as I could. And by the way, the Tesla will tell you if you will make it or not before you start heading out and what speed you must maintain to get there. It will also cut off non-essential services like heated seats and even a radio if it has to not die on the road, which I appreciate. So, lesson learned, superchargers only, for me anyway. Now you can charge at a third-party charging station, but they're entirely subscription-based. You need an adapter called a CHAdeMO adapter, which each Tesla comes with to interface with their system. I'm going to give you another real piece of information. If you are ever planning on buying a Tesla, let's say from the States especially, and shipping it here to drive it around here in Japan for a few years, maybe before you PCS or leave or whatever back to your home country, that's fine. You can do that. But be warned, as of the date of this video, Tesla Japan has stated that they will not service left-handed vehicles. You can charge your car here, that's it, and drive it obviously. Your maps will not work. You have to use your phone. They won't update. I was told this by 2 different Tesla service stations after I told them I was buying one in Seattle, then having it shipped over here by one of my many brothers that actually lives in Seattle. I had to cancel that order entirely and bought one here in Japan out in Chiba. This is a true story. Again, giving you that depth of information you can put to use. So when you do get here, maintain your trash. And lastly, there is a sign that says no open fire, meaning no barbecuing. I'm told there's a section of the beach that allows you to do so, but I haven't seen it. And it probably isn't as nice as this section of the beach. So basically, it's a compromise. So there are a few places to park. Use the 7-Eleven right across from the beach entrance as a reference point. There's a nice spot up the hill in front of the 7-Eleven, and they have showers also. 500 yen for adults and 300 for children. And the parking is 1500 yen to park all day there. And it's ran by a nice bunch of guys. They were very helpful. I would have taken video walking down the hill to this spot, but I was super occupied carrying my kids and everything else except the wife.
You're not crying anymore? You do good today, man. You did real good. Strong boy. Astounding.
Thanks for stopping by, appreciate your time. This thing was a beast to put together, so like, subscribe when you have a chance. I'm going to go play with the kids some more. You guys go have fun, definitely check the beach out when you can. The summer won't last forever, you know? So get out there, you deserve it. You know you do. Put your butt in that water. Watch out for them riptides. DT out.
Look, Ma, no hands.